Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. I just had to take the phone for a second. My brother keeps texting me and calling me about some Walking Dead miniseries, which I will have to check out in a second. But hello everybody, we are in the Grimrock Temple 1. Last episode I showed you a particularly long puzzle in the Grimrock Temple. We didn't make much progress at all, we just kind of did that one puzzle, didn't we? Oh my goodness. But in any case, we had that puzzle. We need to find another rock though before we complete it, so we'll continue anyway. Now, what about this puzzle, the pillared hallway that I brought your attention to before? Did you guys figure out how to do it? Well, I'll tell you how to do it if you didn't. This note we found, this scroll. 2 times left she slithers. 1, 2. Once right. Once left. 3 times right. And twice more is left. I love the way it says is left there. This she repeats twice. So, 2 times left she slithers. Once right. Once left. 3 times right. And, oh crap, did I just go 2 or 3 times? I think one more time. Twice more is left. This she repeats twice. There you go, guys. So that's how you do it. It's with this scroll here. I would recommend you keep the scroll, especially if you have unfinished business earlier on in the dungeon. But you can open up an alternate route through, so don't be too upset about that. So anyway, there you go, guys. You'll notice this floor is like designed in a really weird way in that you can have a lot of long corridors. I quite like it, to be honest, because you don't get that much of elsewhere. Now, you'll have a single Guardian to fight here. As I said before, this floor... Why do I keep casting fire stuff on them? As I said before, this floor isn't actually too difficult in terms of the fights that you have. Oh, and another one. I thought there was only one in this area. Just kind of keep your wits about you, particularly in the room with all the dinosaurs. And there was one thing I wanted to mention about those dinosaurs too. Earlier on in the LP, I was like, I think it would be really interesting if... when you were high up in the dungeon, there were loads of icy enemies, and then as you got lower down, that started to change, because obviously you were in the snow caps then. But, you know, I must have kind of blanked it out, but yeah, you get more snowy enemies lower down in the dungeon, so it would seem right now. I don't know, when you're like on like real world caves, right, and the cave starts at, you know, water level, say, do they start to get cold when you get too low, or do they kind of warm up because of, you know, like geothermal activity or whatever? I don't know whether it really would be very cold down here or not. It certainly seems quite cold. Oh my god, how long have I been running around in the dark? Sorry guys. There we go. Hope that didn't blind you all. So anyway, right, I need to stop rambling. I keep rambling about stuff on this episode. So, right, over here you will see we had this door, but no perceivable way to open it. Actually, there is a very easy way to open it. There's a cheeky little switch that's hidden there. So that will open that door, and for the sake of mapping all of this out, I'll show you guys what's going on around here. We get our second rock here. Much closer than I thought it was going to be, so we can go finish that puzzle from the last episode. We also get a note from Turum that the rock was weighing down. Turum says, the mountain was shaken by sudden tremors again. They seem to emanate from below my feet, from the core of the mountain. I think I'm getting close to the source. Interesting, so he noticed the tremors too. And he seems to think they're coming from the core of the mountain, which we, of course, as meager game players could never really identify. Speaking of just like, oh my god, and then there's these guys. These are the Shractor that I talked about previously, that we were going to see 2 new types of enemies on this floor. This is the other type of enemy. They're not very dangerous, honestly, but they attack incredibly quickly, and if they get kinda lucky, they'll do lots of damage. They'll go bang, 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 and then they can really hurt you. I remember on my first run through, at least, my heavy armor guy was always okay against them, but my other, like, because I had 2 soldiers before, my other soldier used to really, really struggle. Anyway, what you will find in this room is not much, to be honest, just some tapestries to rip open, and behind the first one that I opened, which you've probably already seen, we find the Lurker hood. And check this out, look the Lurker hood, so we can equip it. This is why I said that we weren't going to get the helmet for very long. Check it out, the Lurker hood, a dark hood that covers the head. Natalie Barradin's evasion is now a whopping 70, oh no, that's her energy, 79, 79! Love it, amazing. So check that out, brilliant. And it could go way higher than that too. I noticed in some skills, like there's one skill, I think is an look at unarmored, right? It gives you plus 20 evasion when you get to level 30 unarmored. That's crazy. So that's really cool. And yeah, check it out. So she's a full Lurker set now. And in fact, on my test run when I was playing through this, when I picked up that hood, I actually got the achievement like a ninja for doing that, which I never got on my original run through. I never had a Lurker set before, as I say, because I had 2 fighters. So there you go. That's a full Lurker set for Natalie. I'm really happy. I love that it takes so long to pick up that whole set. The very first piece we got, what, on the first floor? I think it was the Lurker pants maybe we found first. So that is cool, and it all comes from a series of long secrets and stuff, so very much enjoying it. And I believe on my first run ever through this game, I didn't appreciate how strong evasion was or anything, and I probably just sort of sneered at it and left all these pieces around. But the truth is now, Natalie is my most defensive character, and she has barely any carrying weight on just her equipment, which is brilliant. So anyway, yeah, we got the snake corridor to go back down. And no, it's not like teleporting me back. And now that we've got 2 rocks, we can actually finish this puzzle. But yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of like being just measly players of games, I don't know whether I've really mentioned it much on Grimrock, but I bought an Oculus Rift a while ago. Today they just started shipping out. People are posting on the Reddit like their experiences with it, and like that they've just started to appear. Oh, I'm so excited as well. It looks brilliant. There's a third-party driver that makes it work with like Skyrim and stuff that people are saying is a bit buggered at the moment, but by the time mine comes, it should all be sorted. I was actually thinking Grimrock would be a very cool game to play on the Oculus Rift, honestly, just for the stereoscopy at the very least, and also because it's quite a low-resolution headset at the moment, or at least the resolution would be okay, but it's quite a large screen for what it needs to be, and because there's a large screen, all of the pixels themselves are quite large, so you get kind of a bit of a pixelated effect. And also the gaps between all of the pixels on the display are really quite large too, so you get like a black mesh basically that appears over your eyes that basically makes what looks like what they call a screen door effect, which kind of sucks, but yeah, it looks really good and I'm really excited to get it, and everybody's been talking about it. So anyway, we threw 1 to the east, please work, 1 to the north. Ah, why aren't you working? No, come on, man, you're breaking my balls here. 1 to the north, and then wait, is it because this isn't north? No, that is north. And that's west. If you open, because that's west. That's west. This is west. West. What? Never eat shredded wheat. West. What is this? If that's the guide that I'm reading. No, but it's not the guide, because the note says, the note from before said throw 1 to the east. What is going on there? This is gonna be such a basic like retard thing that I've done wrong here, isn't it? Oh my god. But I don't know what it is. That's west. That's west. West. Guys. Okay, whatever. Throw it east, throw it west, throw it wherever the hell you like. Eventually you will get this bad boy. So this is what for this whole secret's been for. This is the Cuirass of Valor. Protection plus 15, as with everything else in the Valor set. A plate cuirass forged of strips of shiny golden metal. It was thought to be forever lost on the battlefields of Milan Tale. Very cool. This thing is awesome. We can get rid of our plate thing, put it on Liz, who's like massively overburdened because of it. Oh god, she's really overburdened. Oh well, she's got 2 shields, which I don't need, so we can throw one of those away. So yeah, there you go. Liz is building her defense up a little bit. She's also rather hungry. Let's throw away that box. Chaos doesn't need it anymore. We are working through our food quite a lot on this floor, aren't we? After I just was talking about that. So there you go, and I never even got that on my test run. So there you go. We've got 3 sets of the Valor set now. Just the Greaves left to go. So we'll keep an eye out for it. And yeah, there you go, guys. That was all of that mess going on there. That's what it was for, which is quite good because you know, it's for the central piece to the final tier of armor in the game. So I can appreciate that this is quite a large secret, quite a lot of stuff to do to get. Which is cool. And again, they design it in a weird way there. It's like, you have kind of the centerpiece of the secret. That would be the large room with the riddle in it and the thing that you actually have to be smart to figure out. And then they kind of... Hold on. I wish I knew this off by heart. This is another one of those things where it's a little bit like muscle memory should see you through. Where is the scroll? Where's the scroll? What did I do? Did I throw the scroll away? No, I didn't. Okay. Once, 2 times left she slivers, once right, once left, 3 times right, twice more is left, 1, 2, once right, once left, 1, 2, 3, twice more left. Okay, cool. I thought I'd missed that up halfway through. Yeah, that's another like one of those little muscle memory things that I'm sure you could figure out. I don't know what it is about this game. It just it makes it very easy to remember stuff. Anyway, so yeah, there's not much going on here. 2 guardians in another large kind of labyrinthy type area. And this was the iron door we had earlier. My torch, again, I've got unequipped. I'm so sorry, guys. I might actually try my hand at brightening it. I was trying to edit this series in Vegas for a while, in Premiere for a while, but it's just been such a pain. I feel like I should just try and get Vegas to stop bugging out, basically, and then I can improve it. Anyway, so we press this button here, opened the door on the far side of the room, and here we get a tome. Now, remember these potions that we had. So, by picking up the tome, it's actually going to open up these extra doors here, which I thought was going to be an ambush on my first run through, but it turns out it's not. This can confuse you and disorient you very quickly, because that area there is where we literally just backtracked to, and thinking about it, that was a stupid move. I could have just come through here. This is that zone there where we had, if you dropped down to get the curate, right, of Valor. So that's that section. This is the way forward, which we're going to ignore for a second. By stepping on that pressure pad, actually, we open the door indefinitely. There's a potion on that, which we'll talk about in a second. And over here, do you remember ages ago I said that it could kind of break you through to an old area? This is it. This is kind of near the start-ish of the floor. This is before the checkered room, just after the checkered room. So this is this area here. This is the large maze that was full of the little dinosaurs, which, if you'd snuck past, could then come to bite you in the arse now, because another entrance has opened up. But yeah, so that's that whole section there, and now we've kind of got this central room, which I'm just going to label 1 for whatever reason, which kind of acts as a very middle part of the entire floor. And we're going to go into the last stretch now. Over here on this alcove, though, you actually find another potion. This is a sulfurous potion. This, I wasn't sure what it did, so in my test run, I just drank it to see. I think we may have come across one of these before, or at least the ingredients to make a sulfurous potion. Now, the sulfurous potion is another attack buff, sort of. It kind of makes your characters go berserk. So do you remember quickness that's got the little boot icon? This will put berserk on you. That means you do more damage, but you have less evasion. So, in some ways it's useful. I mean, Chaos has got so low evasion anyway, I wouldn't mind putting it on him if we ever get into a difficult situation later as well. We could make him go berserk. And indeed, you can craft these as an alchemist. I just don't remember how, sadly. I might have to look into it, because it's pretty cool. I'm sure it's got something to do with slime balls, because we don't have many recipes with those so far. But anyway, there you go, guys. A sulfurous potion. I will show you how it works soon enough. So, and finally, check it out. Imagine if I died there. Can you imagine if I died? Like 2.5 episodes worth of content that I'd have to redo. Can you imagine? Oh my god, we find the save crystal of the floor at long last. And also a pretty cool looking room. Lots more of these weird statues. A doorway going forward. Now, this is a bit of a dick move. I don't like how this is required to complete the game. This feels like this should be a big secret kind of thing, but it's not. It's required to complete the game. We have a dead end with a save crystal. Oh yeah, there was something I wanted to point out as well. These little mosaic type things that are on the walls. I wanted to point the earlier ones out we saw. Can you see how it looks like a really bright, nice, like, a scene here with a weird statue or someone with a sword, and then you look on the right, it looks like a corrupted weird world? What could that mean? Has that got something to do with the dungeon? Well, we shall see. There's another one here as well, which I'm actually not sure what this is at all, but there you go. Just a pretty looking pattern of a temple, basically, it looks like, with some weird hooded figures, maybe these statue guys looking towards it. Yeah, and if they're going into the temple, what is at the temple? Well, there seems to be a cog in the middle of it. Hey, there's a lot of analysis I can do on this. So yeah, okay, another cog, as we can see. Anyway, right. We have 4 notes. Tear of the Land. Game's Bane with Head of Steel. Unraveler of Mysteries. And Severed Dread. What could all of this mean? Well, we have pedestals next to them. It's a bit like that old puzzle ages ago where we had to kind of finish the riddles. You need to place stuff. Now, do you remember what I had with Chaos? Oh, I've messed it up. What? There we go. What we had with Chaos, we had these items here. Well, what do you guys think about okay, fine. We'll just do it in any order. What do you think of the Unraveler of Mysteries? What item is in the game that could be associated with this? Well, I don't know. This is a bit of a jump, but a key. And by placing the key on there, you'll see it made a click noise. If you place the wrong item, it won't make a click. So listen very carefully, because I think you only get the click once. No, you get it multiple times, so you will know when you've placed the right thing. So anyway, we've got a key. Yay, we figured that one out. What about this, guys? Severed Dread. Well, that sounds a bit like Severed Head, right? That's how I worked that originally. So you can put a skull there, and of course I had many skulls. On my previous run. Tear of the Land. This I couldn't figure out, but it's pretty logical, to be honest. Rock. So there you go. That's what one of those rocks is for. And lastly, this is probably the easiest one of them all. Game's Bane with Head of Steel. People were reminding me to get an arrow. There you go, a broadhead arrow. I had some comments from kind of grumpy sounding people that had to like run through the entire dungeon again just to get an arrow, which yeah, I can imagine that would be very irritating. So I feel your pain, friends. Anyway, by doing that, it opens the gate and we can progress through. Doesn't that seem like that should be like an iron door thing though to you, to anyone else? Like, just considering that you might not have one of any of those items, we do have 2 keys and you could use either key. You want the gold key. The gold key, by the way, dropped from the dinosaur ages ago if you forget. So you could go back for that, I don't know. But once you've opened the door, you can reclaim your items. So make sure you get back whatever you want. I'm going to leave the arrow, I'm going to leave the skull, but I'm going to actually take the rock. So, yeah. Natalie, you can have the rock, why not? Look, my inventories always get so messed up while I'm LPing, and then I go and fix it all, and then I'm going to have to add it back. Here we go, come on Arachnia. Oh, that's why Liz had 2 shields, I see, because Arachnia dropped one. Right. Oh, wow. What, Liz? How are you slowed down? Because of the rock. I gave you a rock and you're overburdened. Okay, brilliant. Right, so we can progress forward now, guys. You notice there aren't too many secrets here? But we get a scroll. You have proven, and I remember first reading this and thinking, yes, because this was a really hard puzzle. You have proven to be a true champion, it says. Strong in might and will. Yet beware, there are slumbering things down below, far more powerful than you are. Well, another warning. And this isn't written by gold text on the wall, so I take that a little bit more cautiously, but it's not signed by Turum, and it's written in a kind of a more fancy way, so who wrote it? Now, one other detour for us. This is the treasury. I don't remember entirely how it goes in there, so I'm just going to throw up a precautionary shield. Why don't I remember what this is? We definitely want to do this first, but I don't remember what this is. Oh yeah, okay, oh my god, okay, I remember this. So do you remember ages ago, on a previous floor when we were entrapped, we found an extra key, do you remember? And that key could then be used to open a treasure of our choice. Well, again, we get the same thing, so that key that we got from the raptor a while ago, we can use here, so that's very cool. What decisions do you have to make though? You can get some plate greaves, which I think, correct me if I'm wrong, and I can't do it anyway, but maybe these plate greaves are like the only ones like for us to get in the game to get that achievement for a full plate set, possibly, maybe. I don't know. You guys might have to look that up if you want that achievement. I could be wrong. I feel like I'm probably wrong. But anyway, you can get the plate greaves plus that's a lightning bomb in there. You can get a serpent bracer with a hat, which we've already had. You know what that hat does, guys. We only got rid of it very recently. In fact, it's still here in Liz's inventory. So a flare feather cap and another serpent bracer. Again, one of the earliest secrets in the game gave us a serpent bracer. So just kind of double up on that equipment. Or we can get a book. And I'm sure you've all been dying for me to use the original Book of Infinite Wisdom. Check it out. So now we've got 2 Books of Infinite Wisdom. Gain 5 skill points. The Keepers of the Sunken Library record the knowledge of all their visitors in these journals. So there you go. We're going to use both of those. Natalie Barradin gained 5 skill points, leveled up. Okay, so she just says that she leveled up. She didn't really level up, but there you go. So she gained 5 skill points, and then another 5. She now has 10, and we're going to whack those into assassination. This is my kind of quick fix for all the rubbish that I've put onto her. Luckily, she's our human character as well, which means that she started with a lot of skill points to piss about with, so it's not all that bad. So anyway, we're going to go further into assassination, more strength. Even further into assassination, now we have a double chance to critical, which will mean we do double damage. And even further into assassination, we almost have piercing attack, which will reduce the target's protection by 10, which is great. And then we can get 50% faster attack rate, and so on and so on and so on. So I think she's doing all right now. She might still be hitting for low amounts, but she's hitting quick and she's hitting accurately. So I'm happy. You can nab yourself a torch too while you're at it and progress on. Oh my god, guys, it's 1 hour 12 minutes since I started filming. What the hell? Oh my god, I thought this was only going to be 3 episodes. It will be. We'll be fine. Okay, so lastly, we have the iron door. Hooray! Made from the dead, guillotined man does not need me. Well, what could that mean? Well, we just did a puzzle that was incredibly similar to this. This is like an extension to the puzzle we were doing earlier, is the way I see it. This, finally, guys. Oh my god, tell me, where is it? Where is it? What the hell? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. What? Okay, I'm gonna have to... Oh my god, guys. Okay, I seem to have messed up at some point. When did I do this? Alright, can you guess what this might be? Do you remember what we did on the very first floor? Maybe it was the second floor, ages ago, when we picked up an amulet in a room. We've actually had 2, and I said this is used for a secret way later in the game. Do you remember that all that time ago? Made from the dead, guillotined man does not need me. Ah, that's meant to go there. And on my test file, I had it still. Apparently, while I've been LPing here, I threw it away like an idiot. And some of you might have caught it. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go find where I dropped it somewhere on this floor. I'll see you guys in a second. That's crazy. I can't believe I dropped that somewhere. That is insane. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. We need to place that on that alcove. Where did I drop it? What have I done? Oh, here it is. Here it is. I dropped it on this pressure pad. How absent-minded of me. I can't believe it. So I dropped it on this pressure pad where really before we'd used the rock. So there you go. That wasn't too far away at all. Because don't forget, we opened up extra access into this room. Okay, yeah, there we go. There we go. I really panicked for a second there. I thought that just... I don't know. I really panicked, though. I thought that I just completely messed it up. So anyway, there we go, guys. This is for the iron door on this floor. Would you believe it? An item that you find on the second floor can only be redeemed on the 9th floor in the Grimrock temple for the iron door. Pretty crazy, honestly. But there you go, the bone amulet. And again, this was something that I never found in my original run through. And you get an achievement for this. This is a really significant secret. You get an achievement for this because this gives you Zandul's orb. And just by finding Zandul's orb, you get the achievement pops up. Check it out. Energy plus 30. Let's compare it to our current stuff. Energy plus 35 instead of 20. Willpower plus 5 instead of 2, which is brilliant. And it also has the intense fire effect. Fireball and fire burst spells deal more damage. The legendary long-lost magical orb of Archmage Zandu the Mad. Intense vortex of fire rages inside the artifact. I like this flavor text because it kind of talks about another prisoner, I suppose. Because don't forget, this orb ended up here. So this mad mage that was cast down here must have died somewhere around here. But yeah, there you go. Zandul's orb. We could use this, and it's kind of similar to the Orb of Radiance. We could use this now, and this would help our fire stuff significantly. It would also, it's nice to use the orb because it will give us all these bonuses, but then on top of that also it's not earthbound anymore, so it instead gives us the fire buff. So this is why I've left it till now for you guys to decide, what do we do, fire magic or ice magic? Because if we go into fire, we can take advantage of this orb. So it's up to you guys. I'm going to have the Zandul's orb on there anyway for now, which just because I think it's so cool. Do you know what? I really like the Orb of Radiance and the Zandul's orb, like one being blue and then one being red. One of my kind of childhood games that I think is probably one of the best games I've ever played, even though I know 100% I've been clouded by nostalgia. Is Little Big Adventure 2, and in that you get like a bouncing ball attack, and that gets upgraded as the game goes along, and you start off with like a yellow ball, but then you get like a red ball way later, and that's what this orb makes me think of, and I love it. I think that's so cool. So anyway, we've got a really long corridor, another really long corridor as you can see here, and then another really long corridor here with a light on the other side, and then another really long corridor. This is looking a bit ominous. Oh, hi. Yeah, he took so long to react to us there. So we get another one. This actually, I really like this. I really like the gameplay here. I think it's so cool. So here we have the opportunity to fight one of these Etin guys. And we need to basically be running through these corridors as quickly as we can. And every corridor further back we go, the longer it gets and the harder it is to like flee before he hits us. And as I've mentioned, oh yeah, that was awesome. And as I've mentioned before, he'll hit both front and back line, and that will do a lot of damage to Arachnia, namely. So yeah, this is a really cool area. I really like kind of backing up like that and sort of just firing down the long hallway until finally you can kill the ogre guy. Very cool. And you'll notice the way that the map's designed here, it's one long corridor, and we're just continuously taking rights here. And what we're actually doing is winding our way slowly into the center of this large place, deeper and deeper into the temple of the Grimrock temple, which I think is just awesome. And it's kind of a satisfying way to end the floor, because indeed we're coming up to the end of the floor, guys. The end of the floor now, guys. Oh, and there's another one of these guys. So again, it's like I said, I think this is so cool, this gameplay. I love it. Because, oh well, I kind of messed up. Oh, hello. Kind of messed up there. But now, as you can see, if this guy had more health, I think it would be perfect. Now we can slowly back out. We have the luxury of smaller corridors here, but they will slowly whittle away as we've got to keep backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. I just think it's very cool, and I really enjoy it. This guy should die before very long, though, because we do have so many long hallways. And again, this is something like I remember struggling on my very first playthrough, really struggling on. There we go, down we go. I seem to have really struggled just on everything, basically. My first playthrough of the game, just everything was so difficult. Also, plenty of torches, which is nice. Always feeling scared when we're walking around in the dark, so stock up while you can, because there's plenty. And I'm not sure how many there are further on in the game after this, so yeah. This kind of feels really significant, doesn't it? I like it. And finally, beyond the last one, is the stairway down. So there you go, guys. That was Grimrock Temple. Grimrock Temple 1. Kind of a weird floor. One of those linear floors again, but because of this central area, you can always escape pretty quickly. Nice long sweeping sections. That's all the secrets. That's everything. That's 100% completion. It took me 1 hour 20 minutes. A lot longer than I thought. Maybe because I was just rambling about stupid stuff the whole time. But anyway, there you go, guys. Thanks very much for watching Grimrock Temple 1. I'll see you next time for Grimrock Temple 2. And it'll probably be a while, to be honest, because I'm filming all of this before. I shouldn't have filmed any of this. Oh my god. Okay, I'll catch you next time, everyone. Have a good evening. Or morning, or whatever.